This is the Indonesia Channel.
Coming up in today's Indonesia, the new president's first global debut, what he must say and do at international summit. We hear from President Joko Widodo about Indonesia-China ties and the new vibrant pieces of Alera batik, why it captivates our attention. Hello and selamat berjumpa lagi. Welcome to today's Indonesia from Jakarta. I am Luisa Kusnandar. President Joko Widodo calls for more stakeholders to do business in Indonesia during his international meeting. President Widodo takes to the stage first in the APEC CEO Summit on Monday in Beijing. He uses this opportunity to engage with world leaders by introducing the country's economic prospects. Widodo says his country is waiting for potential investors.
We are waiting for you to come to Indonesia. We are waiting for you to invest in Indonesia. And we plan to build our railway network. Now we have already in Java, and we want to build in Sumatra Island, in Kalimantan Island, in Sulawesi Island, and also in Papua Island. This is your opportunity.
The day before, President Widodo met Chinese President Xi Jinping discussing strategic cooperation between the two countries. Both have agreed to put maritime and infrastructure as a high priority. Indonesia remains the main export destination from China. Total trade value between the two countries reached $66 billion in 2012. We get perspective now from our viewpoint analyst Wimar Witular is here. He's a former presidential spokesman and now running his own communications company. Wimar, this is the President's first debut in the his first global debut. He puts economic on top of the priority. How will this benefit us? Do you think that was the right step?
Oh yes, I definitely think it's the right step because we have another president who's also bringing economy top of his agenda, and his name is Obama. So we have two presidents with the same agenda. And you are right, this is his debut. In fact, Jokowi is the bell to the ball. Everybody is looking at him. He's going to deliver one of the three keynote speeches. He's having or had a bilateral meeting with the Chinese president. So it's a story of Indonesia, China, and also America. There are similarities or parallels between Obama and Jokowi. Both are presidents with hostile parliaments.
That's
right. Mm-hmm. In the case of Obama, he just got it super hostile a few days ago. In the case of Jokowi, it started as hostile, only they're watering down. So they have to operate with support of the people and ignore the parliament. So basically,
for Jokowi's first appearance, though, do you think he has did it pretty well? I mean, above expectation of the people, internationally too, though.
I think so because people are looking at his slogan, tagline of connectivity, that is popular, and also that he has concrete ideas, a maritime nation, business-oriented, where people thought that he was a simple man of the people. No, he has the investors behind him, the business behind him. He's even going to eliminate subsidies. So it's a very modern president we are looking at.
Now, Jokowi has asked China to be more involved in the country's development and said that asked China to join as as a bigger investor and as a strategic partner. Now, how important is China for us, you think, at the moment?
It's important, among others, in the sense that China is the country the whole world is fighting over. It is being contested by America and its other rivals like Russia, Australia is their ally. But China is definitely the princess of the region. So Indonesia, since it has access to China already, would be well advised to make use of it. Since we have traditionally strong Chinese relations and we have a strong Chinese diaspora here, so it makes sense. And the products that are being made in China are also good for our market, and their markets are good for our resources.
Definitely. Now, after APEC, Joko is off to ASEAN Summit and then to the G20 Summit. What kind of issues should President Widodo address?
I think in the East Asian Summit in Myanmar, he should continue his image as being a strong nation. Jokowi benefits from the fact that Indonesia is on the rise, is ascending, and he also got elected in a convincing way, not numerically, but the nature of elect victory. So Indonesia is a strong nation. It will have a voice. America will listen to Indonesia, since Obama doesn't have to humor the Congress and the House anymore. He can be free in his warm feelings towards Indonesia. So he has a role there as being maybe the country which potentially could be the closest to the United States while having a positive outlook towards China.
Right. And overall, Wimar, do you think Jokowi has been doing really well? And do you think this series of summit is going to be good test for him?
Definitely, he will have a good test and he will get his credentials early. If he fails, which is not likely but always possible, he still has the excuse of saying he's a beginner. But I think he will do well because he starts with being underestimated. They used to think he is not erudite, he's not cosmopolitan, he doesn't speak English. Now look, he's
proving to the world.
Looking presidential, yes. And anybody would live up to the position. If I were suddenly become president, I would look, quite distinguished, not like now. So if you look at his picture in a crowd, you can immediately tell who the president is.
That's true.
It's Jokowi, not anyone else.
That's true. And as you said before, that as being someone that was from the bottom, now there's only one way up, right?
Right. Right.
Wimar Witular, thank you so much for coming, and thank you for
Lisa.
sharing your thoughts. Indonesian migrant workers in Hong Kong demands justice for the two Indonesian